Hey everybody, welcome back. Alright. Oh fuck. Okay, so that's the... It's a lot of pumpkin palms. Preempted, huh? Fuck you and your wily ways. Don't care. Get EP heal out of that. Alright, another EP. That's great.
That's that then. Let's move out. All right, we're good to go.
Well then. Wait, that thing gets to... Wow, that thing gets to go that fast.
Piece of cake.
Demi-handers. Hmm?
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
All right. Actually, yeah, it doesn't really do a whole hell of a lot more. Yeah. Blue Impact really isn't worth the extra cost, in a sense. Bad Parakeet.
We're good to go.
Tear All Balm. Oh, that's probably, yeah.
Piece of cake.
Now, those actually would be nice healing items. Monsters. Hello, monster. What if I... Actually, if I... Then I steal your critical.
You're finished.
I can just say, fuck this whole nonsense, and I should be able to save some EP. Yep. Of course, their self-destruct gets the critical. Okay.
That's that then. Let's move out.
But we're on the home stretch to a level up. Octavian Staff. 65... 80. Of course you'd miss. Death to the palms! Just got to...
Alright, we're good to go.
Just gotta eke out 40 more experience and he'll level up, and then I won't have to fucking burn an item. Fuck. I should figure everything in these goddamn towers is gonna wanna fucking be a dick. Why does everything have satellite lasers?
We're good to go.
Cavalier Killer? Oh, we're probably gonna get Agate back. That's through. That's the roofies. Just fuck the bombs. So is that just your thing? You just spam the same attack all move every round?
That's that then. Let's move out.
I'm guessing this is probably... Derp chickens! Just kill the fucking palms. Hellfire eggs and Tirabomb. Death turkeys!
All right, we're good to go.
Oh, I got some armor, got a couple weapons, some other nonsense. Hellfire eggs. Creepy sheepy. God damn it.
All right, we're good to go.
jacket might... Oh. We're inevitably going to get, probably get little girl back, so... Uh-oh.
Excuse me. We saw your request in the bulletin board. Oh my, you're here already. I only just put in the request a little while ago. Well, we had just come in to change assignments, so we were ready for work. Well, should we get started then? That's fine.
This is about hiring the temp librarian, right?
Yes, that's right. It's turned out to be much more than an ordeal than expected.
What kind of ordeal?
I'll explain that in a moment. Beforehand, though, I've got a matter I would like you to help settle. Consider it a favor, if you will.
What kind of matter are you referring to?
The archives loaned out some books out to various central factory departments. Sometimes they keep them past the due date and don't pay the fees. First, I'd like you to give our books back.
What? That's simple. Where do we need to go?
Let's see. They should be in the 3rd floor design room, the 4th floor lab and clinic.
3rd floor design, 4th lab and clinic. Got it. Is that everything?
Yes. Please come back once you have them.
Okay, we will. We'll start immediately. That one fella quitting ain't much for help either. Right now, the city ain't much more than a gussied up transport ship. But we don't do something about finishing it, and that time and work's wasted. Now, where are those papers I set aside before I left? Of course, by before, I mean prior to my trip to the Royal Academy. That was quite a while ago. This new engine for the SA is turning into quite a formidable problem. We're waiting for Clive and Ruin to join in our collaborative research, but he declined our offer. As things currently stand, we're unable to move forward. Oh, wait. Yeah, fuck you. Yoink.
Is something the matter? This is the factory clinic. We're equipped for dealing with conventional illnesses too, so don't hesitate to come in.
Yoink.
Oh, are you done? We brought them for you. Good, now I just need the other books. Feel free to look through anything you'd like. If you find the books, please bring them back.
Shuffles. Ah, today I'll be introducing one of my newest cooking recipes, especially for those readers of this book. And that recipe is none other than, drumroll please, can you guess what it is? Bouillabaisse? Fuck if I can pronounce that right. Yes, that's right, this delectable dish of unobtrusive monster bits is one everyone can enjoy. Follow my groundbreaking recipe and that monster corpse you've been dragging around will taste simply divine. Now whip out your sword and let's get started. Ingredients: 2 juicy bones, 2 fish fillets, 1 crisp onion, 1 red pepper, add to taste. Clear gelatin, add to taste. Wash juicy bones thoroughly with water. If you're still bothered by the scent, then try boiling them, or if all else fails, ram a clove of garlic deep inside into each nostril. Finally, chop crisp onion, chop juicy bone and fish fillet into edible-sized pieces. Lightly rinse clear gelatin in water after unraveling it. Sauté ingredients in heated frying pan. After fish fillet has been lightly cooked, add water or soup and simmer until liquid is half evaporated. Lastly, add clear gelatin and bring to a boil. Remove from heat and wait for thickening. After clear gelatin thickens, cut into edible-sized pieces. Your bottle is now ready. You may eat it as is, or heating it with a little flashy orbital magic makes for a great dinner show. This dish is great for lunch boxes and scaring small children. Okay then. Encountered with the Spectacled Genie, Part 1. Using his finger to push his slipping glasses back onto the ridge of his nose, young Hertz continued his journey. As far as he could see in every direction, the earth had been blanketed with a thick layer of white. The fine powder covering the ground in undulating lumps and clumps was actually made up of pale granules of sand, which were light and fluffy like freshly driven snow. "Where's the river supposed to be?" came the raspy voice of a youth named Midas from behind. Midas, a skinny boy with hair the color of tobacco leaves protruding from the butt of a hand-rolled cigarette, was Hertz's most trusted friend and one who never hesitated to tag along with him on one of his impulsive adventures. "It's just a little further," young Hertz replied without turning his head to look back at his companion. The two of them had set out for the Spindly River, which cut directly across the center of the parched white desert and the oasis beside it. A rest stop well known for being the last place of refuge for those travelers and their camels who were brave enough to cross the scorching dunes. Young Hertz and Midas had planned to camp there along the riverside that evening before attempting to trek across the remainder of the barren lands the following day. "So, do you think we'll really be alright?" Midas asked as he unwrapped the silver wrapper of half-melted candy. "There's been a rumor going around about a genie appearing in these parts, and believe it or not, but some say he'll even gobble up whole people." "Rumors are just that, rumors," replied young Hertz, "but I might consider their veracity if we ever did happen to come across a real one," he added, brushing out the idea with a chuckle. No sooner had the words left his mouth when a booming voice thundered from somewhere behind them. "Then how about you start considering that now?" Upon hearing this, young Hertz turned quickly around, his eyes searching for the source of the questioning voice. There, standing before him, was a figure of a decrepit genie swathed in the robe of incomprehensible black, its back more bowed than the curled spine of a cat seeking its master's attention, and a pair of old spectacles perched atop the curved shape of its talon-like nose. Hang on. Ugh, I need a quick drink. Yet the more young Hertz looked at the genie, the more unsure he became as to whether he was staring at something resembling a shriveled old man or a ghastly old woman. Midas froze in terror as he saw the tall, robed personage not far from his side. "I'm not scared," he stuttered with a face whiter than the desert sand surrounding them as he noticed young Hertz's gaze fixated on the genie. "My candy just got stuck in my throat is all," he croaked out as he bumbled through a jumble of ridiculous excuses in his head. A complex smirk of wrinkles curled across the genie's cheeks, giving the illusion that something else was living below its haggard skin. "Oh my, how cruel it is to have been gobbled up whole. What a piteous fate for that sugared lump of candy in your gullet." Not seeming to mind that the spectacles had begun to slip from its nose, the genie continued to shake its head, gripped by some mad delight. "But fear not, my little drop of sweetness, for I shall avenge you by digesting the very marrow of these boys' bones as I change them into the dust of these arid lands." The genie narrowed its turbaned eyes and trundled towards Midas. In an instant, the sleeves of its robes were flung back, exposing thin, gnarled arms, which shook like a pair of long, withered branches in the wind. The genie's fingertips extended, sharp as pointed tridents, and sped towards Midas's twitching face, advancing with precision, or at least that's what it seemed like, until they passed by the boy's face and stabbed futilely at the empty air. As if being slightly amazed by the failed attempt, the genie cocked its head in surprise, but soon after took notice of what had been amiss. In a hurry, it brought both hands up to its ancient face and began to neatly adjust the pair of spectacles that sat crookedly atop the bent nose. "I've had poor eyesight since I was a child, too," said young Hertz to the creature as it fumbled with the glasses, "and it looks to me like yours are worse than mine." As soon as the genie took in the young boy's words, another much larger set of furrowed wrinkles appeared on his face. "How did you know?" it asked suspiciously. The genie tweaked the position of the spectacles on the bridge of its nose before turning back to young Hertz and inquired again, "How did you know my eyes were so bad?" Young Hertz exchanged incredulous looks with Midas, both taken aback by the genie's apparent obliviousness. However, while this was occurring, another expression had taken over the wizened face. "So that's it, huh? I see how it is," the genie went as it raised a bony white finger and pointed to the set of glasses young Hertz was wearing. "Those are magical spectacles, aren't they?" the creature declared triumphantly. What?" said Hertz with a confused look on his face. "Indeed, they must be," the black-robed genie mutters that cast its eyes heavenward while ignoring young Hertz's response. And once the crone-like figure began to tremble. Once more, the crone-like figure began to tremble with glee. Might as well. Septic optic analysis. Current state of orbital technology research. Research pertaining to orbital energy attributes and quartz interference. Nothing special. Fucking. Wait a second. The fuck? So what, do I have to like scour the fucking place looking for books? Alright, whatever.
Oh, you were the ones with Tita before, no? Welcome to the Central Factory. Can I help you? We are from the Bracer Guild.
We'd like to meet with the factory head if we may. Here, Stella reached into her pouch, pausing for dramatic effect, and flourished the introduction note to meet the factory chief. Joshua looked stoic and tried not to roll his eyes.
I see. Just a moment, please.
Hazel used the intercom, keeping one wary eye on Estelle at all times.
Sir, I'm terribly sorry to bother you doing your... Yes, sir. The people from the Bracer Guild are... Yes, sir, right away. Thank you for waiting. Factory Chief Murdoch will see you now. His office is upstairs on the second floor. Nice! I didn't think he'd see us so quickly.
Let's not keep him waiting. In fact, I'm going to keep him waiting all the time. Really, Estelle?
You have to... I'm going to pause for dramatic effect and then fucking annoy everybody and be all suspicious and shit.
Yeah, that really helped Estelle. They think that you're insane. The receptionist believes you are insane. I would say I believe you're insane, but I know you. You are clearly a ditz. On the bright side, though, at least you're a ditz that uses a staff that can actually beat the ever-living hell out of something. Acerbic tomato? The term I was supposed to be studying greenhouses. You know what studying greenhouses means? Quite literally, you're watching the grass grow, pouring and importantly and remarkably. So I decided to breed a new species of tomato. You rescued me, so to speak. So, would you like to sample my tomato? I don't know. Recently, Ray had me try some kind of vile anti-nap food product sample. It looks like a tomato, but it's terribly bitter. It definitely made me forget any thoughts of sleep, but now I can't get the taste out of my mouth. But that's like calling mouse traps on your earlobes anti-sleep aids. I was just like...
Let's see. The problem with mode changeover means that something is probably wrong with the memory. Have you run a full diagnostic on the memory core yet?
Hey guys, are there any books around here? I'm trying to steal everybody's books. Oh yeah, we went out here already. For another reason than fuck you, that's why. Are they like scattered around town or some shit? Maybe there's one in the basement? I'm not liking this job. Hey, I've been waiting for you two. Estelle and Joshua, right?
Yes. It's nice to meet you, sir.
We're sorry to bother you at work like this. No, don't worry yourselves about that. The Bracer Guild, and Cassius in particular, have done a great deal for me in the past. It'd be rude of me not to welcome his children.
Huh? You know Dad?
I guess you might say that. He was my benefactor. It's no exaggeration to say that the Central Factory produces the finest orbits in the land. Naturally, the confrontations over our craft had never really stopped. But whenever we had a problem, we'd always contact the Roland branch and have him come over.
I see.
Heh, that explains all the business trips then. And now my benefactor's kids come to visit me themselves. So what can I do for you? I'm happy to help.
Thanks, sir.
It's kind of a long story. Joshua and Estelle explained to Murdoch about the events surrounding the mysterious black orbment. I see. Well then, would you mind if I had a look at this orbment?
Sure, no problem.
Estelle produced the black orbment and handed it to the factory chief. Now this is certainly an oddity. It's obviously made from modern materials, but the calibers are not described anywhere.
Caliber?
You mean the numbers that are carved into the orbit's frame? Exactly. It's almost unheard of for an orbit to be produced without them. It's not just in Liberl either. Most other nations in the continent are the same way. It's been a tradition dating back to when orbits were first invented 50 years ago.
Huh, you don't say.
Estelle took out her combat orbit and eyeballed it suspiciously.
You're right. There are numbers right there. Crazy.
You mean to say that you never noticed in all this time?
Oh, you hush. But seriously, is it really that strange for one to have no caliber on it?
It's pretty much part of the production process, and that goes for any orbital factory. It's as if this one were a prototype or something. If so, I'd imagine it wasn't made to entertain at birthday parties, if you take my meaning.
So, less with the sweet and awesome and more with the stabby hurdy. Got it.
Of course, I can't say for certain without looking inside. What is it? I can't find the maintenance cover. And now that I really look at it, it has no seams up to it at all. How the hell was this thing made? I don't see any way to check out the inside of it.
Oh man. Would it be possible to cut it open?
That might work, yes. But I'd hate to just break something belonging to Cassius like that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should let that professor handle it.
Oh right, the one mentioned in the note. Yeah, he should be able to tell us something. There was a note that was included with the orbment.
Estelle showed Murdoch the note that was in the package for Cassius. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis. You wouldn't happen to know who this Professor R is, would you? Well, let me think. For the letter R, the people that Cassius knew, it must be Professor Russell. Thought so.
Who's Professor Russell? And wait a second, how do you know this guy?
I don't, but I know of him. He's known as the person who brought orbital technology to Liberl in the first place. Hey, you know your stuff. As I'm sure you know, orbits were invented by Professor Epstein, and Professor Russell is one of his disciples. 40 years ago, he brought the orbits and his knowledge back, and that's why Liberl is a technologically advanced nation. You might say that he was the father of the orbital revolution.
Wow, now that is impressive. Man, I had no idea that Dad knew anyone like that.
Even so, it worries me a little that you'd be letting the old prof handle this orbit. Well, we have no idea what it is, really.
Huh?
Well, how to put this? For good or ill, he's a certified genius. When he gets an idea for a new invention in his head, there's just no telling what it'll do. Much like the time when he was developing the first orbital airship.
Ugh. What's with the far off look?
I guess that a lot's happened. Sorry. Not sure that he'll be able to figure this thing out. Go find him and ask him about it. Can't hurt.
Thanks, Chief.
Where should we go to find him? Hold on a moment. Murdoch flipped the switch on the intercom. Testing. Ah, good. Actually, I've been looking for you. Sorry to bother you, but can you come here? Alright, I'll be waiting.
What, did you just call the professor or something?
Oh, no. He actually has a private workshop in town. He has all the latest technology at his disposal, so I know he can figure out something about that thing.
Wow, he really must be a genius. Wait, then who'd you call?
His granddaughter. She works here in the factory. I'm sure the child would be happy to show you the way.
The child? Excuse me. What?
You?
Oh, Estelle and Joshua.
You mean you know each other?
Yeah, we only just met a little while ago, though.
So then, I guess that she's the professor's granddaughter? Exactly. Tita, I've been talking with Estelle and Joshua here. I'd like for you to show them the way to your house.
To see Grandpa? Okay, I will.
I appreciate it. Ah, yes, if you learn anything new, I'd love to have you if you come back and told me. As an engineer, I'm extremely curious to know more about this thing.
Sure thing.
If you'll excuse us, then.
Hey, I didn't think you'd be coming. And you're even the granddaughter of the famous professor.
It's no wonder you're so comfortable with Lord Mintz.
Oh, come on. I'm still just studying under my grandpa. Oh, by the way, do you bracers have business with my grandpa? Well, sort of. The situation is kind of complicated.
We can explain everything once we see your grandfather.
Oh, okay. My house is in the southwest corner of town. Get off the escalator and go straight until you reach the south entrance. Then you can turn to the west and there it is. Got it. Well, let's get moving.
Gotta get into his back room. Oh wait, can I steal this book? I need to steal all the books. So what will it take to open up your Orby slot, your slots? Huh, only 50? Just EP cut. Let's get you better shoes. Are there any other books lying around?
This is my house. Wow, nice place.
Professor Russell's here.
No, I think he's in the workshop. Through this door. We should go and say hi then.
I need to see if he borrowed any books from the library. Don't mind me, I'm just rummaging through your personal belongings because that's what we do. We're protagonists. Okay, I don't look like there's anything here. Then again, he more than likely authored the fucking books. And he's jerking off to porn.
I'm home, Grandpa.
Okay, maybe this way.
So this is the professor? Nice to, meet you? My name is Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. We actually came to get your expert opinion on...
Got it! I did it! It's finally complete. That's right. Who's the man? I'm the man. Yes, I should start testing it at once.
Whoa! What the hell? I'm sorry, Estelle. Grandpa kind of goes into a trance when he's working. He doesn't really notice what's going on around him. I think he's finished up the device he's been working on for the past few days.
I see. He really is something.
Oh, he's something, alright. I'm so embarrassed.
Any books? Bookus? Booku.
Grandpa! There are some people here who need to talk to you.
Hmm? Oh, Tita. You've come at just the right time. I need your help with compiling the data from those tests.
But Grandpa?
This new invention will actually block a biosensor's orbit detection frequencies. It emits a unique orbital force field that deflects the energy that a biosensor sends out when it scans.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Since when did I overstate my own accomplishments? Now come on, we've got testing to do.
Right.
Professor Russell and Tita began working on some complex-looking equipment. Hey now, never mind Estelle. I think we should just let them be for a little while. Hey, you with the black hair! Who, me? Who else? On the upstairs bookcase is a notebook titled Orbital Energy as Applied to Force Fields. Go get it! Go on, be quick about it. Alright.
Wait, Joshua?
Hey, young lady! You with the antenna hair!
Antenna? Oh, no, you didn't.
Quit farting around and make some coffee!
Why should I have to make you coffee?
I take it black, by the way. I want it clear as mud.
You're not hearing a word I say. Fine, whatever. Perfect. All set, Grandpa.
Just as fast as ever.
Oh. Where are Estelle and Joshua?
Ooh? Come to think of it, I do vaguely recall a couple of young folks. Murdoch sent along some fresh faces in, I presume.
Grandpa.
And so Estelle and Joshua inadvertently wound up as assistants in the experiment. After many small but relatively harmless explosions and some singeing of the eyebrows, the day gave way to evening. Sorry about all that. I just assumed you were both new employees at the central factory. So it's only natural that you wound up being drafted as assistants.
This is no laughing matter. Especially since the only thing you had me helping with was making coffee. Girls can bang metal parts together too, old man.
Relax, Estelle. We got some valuable experience out of the deal in the end. How often does one get to participate in startup tests in a brand new type of orbment, after all? Well, now, you're a bright lad then, aren't you? Want to give up this bracer nonsense and start up in the field of orbital engineering?
Grandpa! I'm really sorry, guys. I guess I got caught up in the moment, too. You don't need to apologize, sweetie. But I thought the father of the orbital revolution was going to be some really amazing man. Not some old fart with attention deficit issues.
Please, you're too kind. Moving on, so I'm being paid a visit by the children of Cassius. That's quite a surprise.
So you really do know our dad?
Yes, from way back when. I've known him since his army days, some 20 or so years.
I met him too. He had the really nice mustache, right? Well, I don't know if I'd call it nice, so much as suspicious looking. But if he's known Dad for that long, it looks like we'll be safe in trusting you-know-what with Professor Russell after all.
Yes, I have to agree.
Hmm?
What are you talking about? And what was it you wanted my help with?
Well,
Estelle explained to the professor the whole sequence of events surrounding the Black Orbment. I see.
wow, a pitch-black orbment.
Yes, most intriguing. And with no inscribed caliber or seams. Look at that frame, too. Professor Russell produced a cutting tool from his belt. Without a word, he pushed the blade's edge against the outer shell of the orbment.
Wait, what are you doing?
It's a special alloy steel cutter. Just as I thought. Here, take a look.
Okay.
Estelle, Joshua, and Tita peered intently at the Black Orbment.
Huh? There's not even a scratch.
The frame is made from some type of metal I've never encountered before. I think I've heard tales of it, though. I think it's called MacGuffinium. Opening it up for a closer look is going to be quite the task, I think.
That's just crazy.
And if you can't find some way to open it, we'll be right back to square one.
Well, I could certainly spend some time on trying.
But first, I think that maybe we should put it under a measurement scan.
Oh, what now? That huge piece of equipment you saw when we were working on the experiment? It can gauge orbital energy activity in real time. You're making my head hurt with your techno-babble. Just tell me what using that thing will accomplish.
To put it in layman's terms, it'll allow us to see just what this orbment does. We won't be able to draw any definitive conclusions just from measuring what kind of orbital activity is occurring, but it's a start. And that should give us a major clue. Indeed. So without further ado...
Grandpa, shouldn't we have lunch first?
Sure.
Estelle, Joshua, you're both welcome to join us. I can't promise it'll be anything special, but sounds great to me.
We'll even help with prep. Alright, come on then. I've got a bit to do while lunch is being prepared.
No, I want to see too. No fair working when I'm not around.
My house, my rules.
What is up with these two?
Now we see where she gets it. Anyway, we'll continue with the experiment next time. Adios.